So how'd we transform this game into this? Spider-Man. Literally one of the greatest characters in all of fiction for the last 60 years. Spider-Man fans have seen him in just about every type of media. But in 2018, we were all geeking out. We were introduced to what many call one of the greatest Spider-Man games ever made, Marvel's Spider-Man. Now, aside from the stellar story, immersive gameplay, and fresh world building, it also features some bombastic music. Now, don't get me wrong, I love this music. However, it does what a lot of Spider-Man music does. A lot of Spider-Man media uses orchestral music as its backdrop. But what would happen if the game took the unconventional approach with its score? You guys remember this? Spider-Man the Animated Series. This version of Spider-Man was really interesting in its take on the character, the universe, and, you know, other stuff. Shocker! But this series also had some tight music. Now, what would happen if we brought some of this unconventional music taste to Marvel Spider-Man? Well, we're gonna find out right now. We're gonna look at how Marvel Spider-Man should have sounded. So first things first, we're gonna be looking at the music during free roam in the open world. Now, if you want to go listen to the music for yourself, I'm gonna leave links in the description to the YouTube channel that uploaded all the in-game music for Marvel Spider-Man. So, shout out to them. While you're on the ground or perched somewhere, the game is quiet. Neither running nor interacting with pedestrians will change this. However, once you get in the air, either by falling from high enough, point launching, web swinging, or web zipping, the grand web swinging music begins. Now, it's good to note that there are different pieces of music that play when you're swinging at different points in the story. However, once you finish the story, there are two main pieces of music that play. And the web swinging music is a multi-layered track which is affected by your swinging. Random crimes appear every now and then while you're exploring the world. Once you reach these crimes, the music will change to accommodate the situation. Once you resolve these crimes, the music will either transition to silence or to the swinging music. So before we get into the new music, let's look at what was done for the original music. In the footage I captured for reference, I start with some web swinging. Then I resolve a crime. Afterwards, I get back to web swinging before resolving another crime. So let's analyze the music for the web swinging and the combat encounters with New York's thugs. There are two main pieces of music for web swinging after you complete the story. They are both based in the key of E minor, which is a popular key in cinematic scores. Both of these compositions tell the story of an experienced Spider-Man who's at his peak. He's been tested many times and has risen to the occasion to be greater. The string ostinatos, which are the repeating patterns that the strings play, serve to heighten the energy of the music. The brass is strong and in some cases aggressive, which adds weight to the music. Weightier music helps create a sense of strength and power, which I think is always a great direction for Spider-Man as he is a powerful character. Overall, I love these tracks. Now, when you encounter New York's Disgraceful, the music takes on a more frantic feel, with the heavy use of staccato strings and dissonant intervals. The strings drive these tracks to create a high-intensity atmosphere. The music composition is more simplistic here, with just strings and highlights of brass and percussion. There are less instruments playing at once, which highlights even further the ones that are playing. Overall, I think this was done really well. Now, as you've probably said yourself, the music for Marvel Spider-Man is great. But now let's get into the purpose of the video, the remake. When I approached thinking about my remake, I wanted to try a different style or genre of music. I wasn't too sure what to tackle, but that's when I remembered this. Spider-Man the Animated Series was the first time I had seen Spider-Man fully embrace a rock concept as its defining style of music. I love all of what they did, from the main motif of Spider-Man to the villain themes. There were other elements of music present as well. You sometimes would hear strings play the motif as Spider-Man would swing through the city, creating a more emotional atmosphere. So I decided to take Marvel's Spider-Man back into the web slinger's rock era. Now, I started with a 5-minute recording of gameplay and tried out different musical keys to see what sounded good. The first key that I based the music on was A minor. Now, this was actually the key of the theme song for Spider-Man the Animated Series, and I have to say it is a great key for Spider-Man. After that, I experimented with D minor, F sharp minor, and a key that I'm going to keep a surprise. Now, the main instruments in my remake are electric guitars, electric bass, an acoustic drum kit, and a synth pad. Now, right away, the main thing I wanted to change about the music in the game is adding some sort of musical sound bed when we're not swinging or fighting. So, interacting with civilians, hanging out on a building, or the ground, we'll have music. When it comes to swinging, I wanted to create the feeling of an expansive, almost atmospheric sound, because I imagine web swinging being a grand, surreal experience. But things get turned upside down when we introduce combat. Combat is an intense and heavy experience. Whether slower or faster, the music needs to be a bit more impactful. There were two main combat sections in my gameplay. I utilized lower octaves on one track and a faster tempo on another, experimenting with different musical elements to create some variety. After completing the bass track was review. And reviewing the new music with the gameplay garnered some additional revisions here and there. Overall, this was a fun project, and I think it turned out pretty well. But you can hear it for yourself right now.
All units advised, we have a reported assault in progress. We need additional officers near 6.
Try hitting me! Spoiler, I hit back. I love laying out bullies.
Thank you. They were gonna kill me. Bada bing!
You're a real hero.
Like your shoes.
Mensch, Spider-Man.
Civilians are trapped following a vehicle collision. Available officers, please proceed to Bryant. Over.
That car crash looks bad. Hope no one's injured. Don't panic. I'm here. Almost got it. A bunch of guys robbed a bodega and took off doing 80. They caused the wreck. I need to find whoever caused this wreck before anyone else gets hurt. I'm losing them! Gotta catch up. Points left on your license, guys. That pile up was a doozy. Gotta shut this down before someone gets hurt.
I'm gonna tell everybody you're for real. I'm gonna tell everybody you're for real.
reported. Need an officer on the scene. Reported location is near Midtown North. Over.
We put a new spin on Marvel's Spider-Man. So the question is this how it should have sounded? And while you answer that, I'm gonna go back to work on the next episode. And if you wanna know what this series is, you can see where it all started here. I'll see you when I see you.